And hello, everybody. I hope you guys are excited for Game 5 of the Penguins and the Rangers. I am sure excited. I got my Pens jersey on tonight, and we will be cheering on for our team, the Pens. Hopefully, we can get an amazing series win. And yeah, guys, I hope you guys are as pumped as I am. 'Cause I sure hope that we can get a series win tonight here in New York. And I guess we will find out sooner or later who we are playing in the second round. So yeah, guys, time to get hyped. Y'all already know the drill. And yes, my camera has been having some trouble lately with like adjusting and stuff. But I think it's good where it is now, so um yeah, I'm pretty excited for this game. And I'm going to add this so you can kind of see my face before I switch cameras. So, yeah, guys, I am pretty excited for tonight's game against the Rangers. And yeah, we'll see what's in store for tonight's game. And yeah.
Cochrane Expressway.
Yeah.
Buy new and pre-owned vehicles online now at Cochrane.com. By GetGo Cafe and Market.
Yeah.
GetGo, where the pens go. And by Toyota. Now's a great time to go Toyota in an all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
That triple OT I'll never forget.
After splitting the first two games in New York City, this series shifted back to Pittsburgh, where the home crowd fueled an offensive explosion by the Penguins in games 3 and 4. Tonight at Madison Square Garden, the Penguins now have the opportunity to end this series. But it will take the Penguins' best against a desperate Rangers team facing elimination. Game 5 is next.
Okay, whatever. Alright.
MSG trying to urge their team back into this series. The Penguins have other ideas and much higher sights on their minds. It's Game 5 of this first-round series. The Pens and the Rangers meet once again.
Let's make this game worth it.
Good evening, everybody. Well, the Penguins one win away from moving on. Bob, Sidney Crosby is the best player in the series. You've seen all of his playoff performances. Where does this one rank?
Well, I'd be hard-pressed to think of a finer one for Sidney Crosby. He's done everything in this series so far with points in every game, multi-points in every game. He's scored the big one in Game 4. He's winning big face-offs. He's leading by example. Yeah, Crosby, he's the best captain in the league right now, and to me, he's the MVP of this series.
Well, so far in this series, the Penguins have given a master class on the art of the deflection. A lot of tips and screens so far.
Well, you want to beat Shesterkin? They knew they were going to do that. Game 1 in overtime, triple overtime, a tip. Carter's right there on the power play. You better get in his face. How about that one backdoor for Heinen? And then once again, 6 goals allowed in the last game. He was ousted after another one in 4. He gets a start here tonight.
As you saw there, Jeff Carter is one of the most proficient at those deflections, and there's no doubt he's saved his best hockey as a Penguin for the postseason.
Yeah, you know, that's what guys, you know, of his ilk know how to do. They kind of just sit and wait, and for Jeff Carter, he waited for the playoffs. He wants another cup.
Let's make this worth a lot.
Pens win, and they move on. Game 5 is next.
All right, so I'm just going to put it right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the national anthem. Tonight's colors are presented by the New York Police Department. And here to sing the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome back Grammy Award-winning baritone John Brancy.
A little dramatic.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. When the rockets rang, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
This camera's gonna drive me crazy. There we go. There we go. We're underway.
John Brancy with a rousing rendition of the anthem. Bob, let's get some Rivers Casino tips to win.
Well, when you have a team down, you want to put them away. Have that killer instinct. Penguins got to have it tonight. Defending first. They really gave New York no great scoring opportunities in Game 4. They really gave New York
and screens.
no great scoring opportunities in Game 4.
Something they knew coming into the series.
And screens, you got to do it against this.
Starting games.
No kidding. Penguins starting goalie presented by Hyundai. Louis Domingue continues to author quite a story in this series. He's won the last 2, including 22 saves in Monday's Game 4.
Starting games.
No kidding. Penguins starting goalie presented by Hyundai.
Goals.
Domingue continues to author 3 games in the last 2 in this series. He's won the last 2 in Pittsburgh. Taco Bell take Mike Sullivan. Now the winningest coach in Penguins postseason history with 44 wins. Said it's an honor and privilege to coach this team. Gerard Gallant channeled a little Michel Therrien after game number 4. He said we were soft all over the ice. So you would think it would be a spirited effort, especially at the start from the Rangers here at Madison Square Garden.
And
Sidney Crosby's line is going to begin. Off we go. Game number 5 is underway. The Penguins win, and they are moving on. Does it end tonight with a handshake? We'll get the answer later on this evening.
Underway
Louis
from
Domingue with a touch
Square
early.
Garden.
Sends it around, and the Penguins starting with that Crosby line that has been so dominant in the series. Crosby fights on a check, cuts toward the net. Goes over to the far side. Penalty will be called against the Rangers in the first 30 seconds.
That didn't take long. There might be 2 penalties. Like both referees put their hands up here. We got an elbow and a slash. They both called different ones. They said, no, you got it, you got it. We might have 2.
Penalties on the play. New York, number 20, has a minor penalty for slashing. And New York
Wow. Ha! We already have a penalty.
Trouba. Well, he
Wow.
his team. He said, we're too soft. Well, Trouba came out and elbowed Gensel right in the head, and then a slash in the other zone. You don't think the referees listen to what's going on? You got to control yourself. And for this Ranger team, an elbow and a slash
We already
is
have
not
a
controlling
power play.
yourself. The Penguins,
Wow.
they go on the
Ha.
power play early. A 5-on-3 situation. We're only seconds into the game. How do you like them apples, Mearsy? And I'm telling you, the stage was set yesterday, and now it's on the table for the Penguins.
Penguins power play 4 for 12 in the series. Here's Malkin. Malkin snaps it over to Rust. Rust for Letang. Letang, Ryan Rust. Gensel parked in front. Crosby at the side of the net. Fans furious. The Penguins full 2-minute, two-man advantage. Malkin, touch pass Rust. Letang trying to force it through. That's blocked by Coffey with clear.
Considering it's a 5-on-3.
Talking about turning points in hockey games, Mearsy.
You normally don't get them in the first 30 seconds, do you?
I think you got it right here.
Here is Gensel breaking on in. It rolls away from him. Gathers it in, goes to Malkin. He misplays it and touches inside the line, and that's going to bring the faceoff all the way back down into Pittsburgh territory. Yeah, turning point in the first 30 seconds, and of course it could go one of two ways. Penguins could bury the Rangers early on, or this Ranger team could get a whole lot of momentum early on for a PK.
Bury the Rangers
exactly
early
right.
on.
We'll see which way it goes. 5-on-3s. Penguins and any NHL team normally able to capitalize. It is early in the hockey game. Crosby got high stick or something out the face-off. He's still down on the ice here, guys. Checking his face after that face-off, and he'll stay.
Penn's power play has scored in 3 of the 4 games. Crosby with the puck. Malkin, a one-timer, is blocked by Lindgren, who's back in the lineup for the Rangers. Crosby surveys. Slides it over to Letang. Crosby. Pass is disrupted, intended for Rust. He will collect and tries to chip it over to Gensel. It's back to Malkin. Malkin to Letang. Letang fires. Glove save made by Shesterkin. And the place goes crazy again.
I'm sure the Penguins won't call timeout. They only have one. A lot of times you would see, if this was later in the game, they would call timeout to allow their top unit a chance to be fresh and score a pivotal goal. I bet you Mike Sullivan thought about it. Maybe not. At least I thought about it, Mearsy. Why not? They started the game. They've been on the ice for 1:45. This top unit here so far.
So 38 to go in the two-man advantage for a full 2 minutes. Evgeny Malkin looks, shoots, missed the net. Crosby stopped it. Feeds it back to Letang, over to Malkin. Drive, and that is off the body in front. Gensel trying to provide the screen. Nudge forward for Kopp. Andrew Kopp with Miller into Pittsburgh territory. Fired back to Braun. And the noise level picks up even more. 8 seconds left. And the Rangers have killed it off. A 2-minute, two-man disadvantage. Carter on the wraparound. Couldn't get it on goal. Got the line by Marino. He got drilled. Capping it for Carter. Looks and fires. That's blocked. Ryan Lindgren getting back in the lineup. Took the warm-up. Listed as a game-time decision. Hasn't played since game number 1. Fox over to Strome. Did not have the red line, and that will not be icing. Wasn't far enough. So play will continue here.
Another high hit there. Marino had his helmet dislodged. And that was, oh boy, close to too many men on the ice. This is just, you know, it's not the start that the Rangers were looking for, but it ends up kind of being in a good spot for them as they're able to get a kill and a ton of momentum.
Pinch from Ruedel, couldn't pick it off. And now Strome lobs it in. Lafreniere will step in. He's got points in the last 2 games. Bodies Friedman.
There you go. That's good.
Rangers have been very pleased with their kid line, their youngest players. Looking for more from their more experienced guys. Zibanejad, Strome, Panarin, Kreider have struggled, particularly lately. Filipino drives in, tries a shot that's blocked by Pettersson. Hedl turning. Pinballs around in front of Louis Domingue, and it'll be banked out by Pettersson. Crowd chanting on every pro-Ranger moment here, and they got a huge PK with both Trouba and Kreider in the penalty box. Penguins with the game's first 2 shots. That's it.
Crowd not happy there wasn't an icing. Lindgren back in the game here for the New York Rangers.
Sent around for Gensel. The Rangers going with 7 defensemen. Obviously, Lindgren not at 100%. Patrick Nemeth has struggled in this series. He's probably the 7th D. It's Artemi Panarin who will work it back for Fox. Fox with points in all 4 games of the series. Sent in softly by New York. And now the game calms down a little bit after a ferocious start in a lot of ways, Bob.
Well, it really was, you know, a couple of guys that killed penalties. Kreider and Trouba were in the box. They still get it. Shesterkin makes a big save in that sequence. So that kind of restores his confidence a little bit.
Here is Zibanejad for Toronto with a shot. Missed it high. Comes around to Keandre Miller. He will keep it in the attacking zone for New York. Frank Petrano, number 77.
Rangers are looking for their first shot of the game. There's another cross-check from behind. And, you know, the Rangers, they had a lot of energy in game 1, but they lost that energy. Let's see if they can maintain this ferocious pace here throughout the hockey game after that 5-on-3 kill.
Penguins having scored 14 goals over the last 2 games. Kapanen in a drive, stopped by Shesterkin. Big rebound into the high slot. Letang flings it in. Penguins are completing a change behind the plate. Trouba had to move it quickly, did so. Being hounded was Panarin, coughed up by Trouba. Letang with a shot, and that never got through. Where the puck is how to play.
Well, I never thought going up the middle, unless you were sure it was a good play. And the Rangers tried 3 of them up the middle. A couple of hits, Strome on Marino. Marino got hit hard in game 1. This one, that was a hands and a stick right into the helmet area. That easily could have been called. And then Zibanejad, as he's falling, his stick comes up and catches Crosby right in the face area there. That could have easily been called. So the Rangers only penalized twice so far in this first period. Still looking for their first shot over 5 minutes into this hockey game. The Penguins have 3.
And the early hits, 6-1 New York. Carter, Zucker, and Brock McGinn. Jeff Carter, 3 goals in the last 2 games. Give him 7 in 10 postseason games as a Penguin. Neutral zone turnover. On the puck was Strome. Couldn't advance it. Braun over to Braden Schneider. And the puck is redirected in by Artemi Panarin. Deming hard around. Redirected out now by Zucker and giving chases Carter. Braden Schneider pestered enough by Carter, forced the turnover. McGinn to the front, and it's deflected away. Pettersson around the wall for McGinn. Scooped up by Strome. And a quick up for Andrew Kopp, who scored goals in the first 3 games of the series. Strome's got 1 so far. Strome in behind for Kopp. Panarin missed it. Adam Fox. Artemi Panarin. Now Andrew Kopp tries a pass, and not a good one. It will find its way to center, picked up by Lindgren.
Great defense for the Penguins. Lindgren looks okay. Look out here.
Enough of Pettersson. Paid the price, and the Rangers try to reset with Pittsburgh changing. Stepping in, Lafreniere with a shot, and a save made by Deming.
Yeah, that's their first shot of the game. Lafreniere scored on the first shot of the game against Deming in the last meeting in game 4. But the Rangers didn't have many good opportunities.
Edel with a pass. Back to Miller. Miller over to Trouba. Fires, and that hit Matheson in front. Matheson will charge forward very quietly. 5 points in the last 3 games for Mike Matheson after a career year in terms of points.
Big hit by Letang on Lafreniere. And Letang, he might have got the worst of that, guys, as he slowly gets to the bench.
Was a bit hunched over, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Puck is out to center. Energetic start here, as we expected. Game number 5, Penguins win, and they are moving on to round number 2 against either Carolina or Boston. Good speed from Frank Petrano. Petrano with a shot. That's steered away by Deming.
And good rebound control there. The Rangers are trying to play off the shot. They wanted more shot chances. Haven't got any here. Here's Penguins' 4th line.
Rodriguez gets it over to Mark Friedman to the front, looking for the tip was Boyle.
Well, that was a nice play by Friedman, just to lay it in there. Boyle just could not get his stick on that puck. The Penguins missing some of these opportunities early in this game. And they're hoping it's going to be that put-away game. But the Rangers are 15-7. Their hockey team since 2012 when facing elimination.
Nice moves from Kasperi Kapanen. Kapanen skips that into the glove of Igor Shesterkin. And we get a stoppage with 11:31 to go in the first.
Crystal Tank stepping up on Lafreniere. Right here in the neutral zone. It's a physical one.
You know, you see a great deal on the phone and then realize it's not.
All right, all break time.
In period number one, Barrel Ford leaders the winning combination, and the brilliance of Crosby and Gensel together. Crosby with the 7 assists. Jake Gensel 5 goals, tied for the second most in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Only Kirill Kaprizov of the Minnesota Wild has more. The entire line has been so dominant. 20 points, 60 shots on goal through the first 4 games.
I didn't know if we'd expect, or the Penguins would expect the 5-on-3 to start the game, but we've come to know that in this series, come to expect the unexpected.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's what it's been.
No kidding. We have seen a little bit of everything. We've had some controversy, triple overtime. We've had many video reviews. These two teams get settled in here as Pettersson seals off Lafreniere. Whipped around by Marino. Kicks to the top of the circle, and now it's Rooney. Loads it in. There's Reeves trying to line up Marino. Heard the footsteps. Malkin digs it out, and Danton Heinen tried to chop it out of the zone. He couldn't, and it's Kevin Rooney who will work it right back in. Danton Heinen's got goals in the last 2 games. Heinen, Kapanen, and Malkin. Heinen hit hard by Lafreniere, got rid of the puck. And both teams will make some changes here.
Yeah, you saw Rooney, Reeves, and Lafreniere. So that with 11 and 7, you're going to have to throw another player up to play with that 4th line. Sprinkle them in. That was a good shift by that makeshift line for Gerard Gallant's club.
Defending is Matheson. Loose puck back behind the cage. Strome taps it over to Panarin. Panarin for Lindgren. Fires. That's caught by Louis Domingue.
A little bit of traffic there. Panarin to Lindgren. Lindgren looks fine. I don't know his issue, but he's skating pretty well here, and he's able to get that shot to the net. Panarin with the puck back to Lindgren. Panarin did not register a shot in Game 4. You know, the Rangers just didn't have any pace to their game whatsoever. Panarin's not a dump it and chase guy, but the guys he's playing with, they got to do that. The guys he's playing with, they got to do that.
Penguins storm out of the zone. Zucker for McGinn. Brock McGinn sides it up. Shoots. Stop. Rebound. McGinn back into the gear of Shesterkin. He slides way out of the crease. And he will cover up. Nice rush there from the Pens.
McGinn had a pretty good opportunity there. Shesterkin was able to square up on Brock McGinn. They took away the pass. They let Shesterkin see the shot. He didn't see a lot of clean shots the last hockey game. There was a lot of tips either by his club or by the Penguins out in front of him. That's going to be a key as you move forward, and you don't want him to heat up. And he's as good as they come, and you know how many shots he faced, over 80 in the first game.
It's adding with the fake loose puck in front. Unable to flag it down was Rust. There was no hesitation from Gerard Gallant. Immediately post-game, after game number 4, he said, going back to Shesterkin, he's the best goalie in the game. He's back in there, but pulled in the last 2. Gensel hits the brakes. Didn't settle the puck down, and then was closed off by Trouba. This is Rust now in the corner. Rust fighting through. Pass attempt hits a Bandejad and goes through the skates to Gensel. Gensel walks out. His shot stop rebound. Rust trying to find it. Gensel does. He's there. He's robbed by Shesterkin. And then it's in. Score! Jake Gensel. He would not be denied. And the Penguins do have a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, a lot of work by those guys down in the corner, Russ, Gensel, and they just couldn't keep up with him. And Gensel tries to score this goal off the skate of Shesterkin, knows exactly what he's doing. There's Rust staying with it, works away from 2 Rangers, and then Gensel shoots the puck, follows up on the rebound opportunity, and then banks it in off the skate of Shesterkin. I don't know how many times we've seen this from Jake Gensel. He knows exactly what he's doing in these kind of situations. You can go back to Columbus years ago when he did it against Bobrovsky. I've seen it time and time again. It just comes with a great feel, work ethic, and just a hunger out there. Those guys were unbelievable. Brian Rust was like a maniac on that puck. He was able to keep it away from 2 Rangers. They did all they could, but the Penguins were quicker on their feet, and they're up in this game.
Jake Gensel with goals in all 5 games of the series. 6th goal of the postseason, and the Pens with that 1-0 lead. Meanwhile, they've shut down the Rangers. Only 3 shots for New York. Hard work from Brian Rust and Jake Gensel around the net. Sidney Crosby, and it's Gensel who banks it in. 1-0 for the Pens.
What?
All right. So I think I was muted that whole time, but basically Gensel scored the goal and we're leading 1-0. So I think I was muted for that goal celebration, but oh well. You know, it is what it is.
Nothing lead, and I wanted to get to this stat before he scored, but of course timing's everything. 31 goals in 55 career playoff games for the Penguins entering tonight. Look at some of the company that he joined prior to tonight. But then again, timing's everything once again. He now has 32 goals in 56 games and counting. Still plenty of time left in this game, of course. We'll see if he can add to that total, guys.
It's incredible, Dan. This time of year, Jake Gensel now tied for the 4th longest goal streak in Pens playoff history. Goals in 5 in a row. Scoring summary provided by Point Park University. Was the first player in team history with a goal in each of the first 4 playoff games. So make it 5 now in this postseason. And Bob, how huge is that? Because there's no doubt the Rangers were feeding off the penalty kill early on.
No, they certainly were. You know, the Penguins defended strong in front of Domingue. That's only the 4th shot right there. You know, they gave Louis Domingue an opportunity to see every shot in Game 4. One went off his own defenseman's skate. Another screen shot. Lafreniere using the defenseman as a screen. But it was a relatively easy night, and it has been again here tonight. So regardless of the fact that the Penguins didn't score in the 5-on-3, the Rangers did have some momentum. The Penguins haven't made anything easy for the New York Rangers. They have played a strong defense, but it was really their relentlessness Brian Rust especially. Another redrop of a puck here. That's the second time in a row. But Brian Rust on his 30th birthday, Mearsy,
Yes.
he was not going to be denied or stopped in that corner, was he? He fought through check after check, and the Penguins made it work. That line is just impossible to stop in this series.
Happy birthday to Rusty.
Yeah.
Turns 30 today.
Oh, yeah, Russ's birthday.
Henderson slaps it around, tumbling down with Zucker. And getting back will be Ryan Lindgren, who's in and out of the lineup in game number 1. That's where the injury took place and has been a question mark ever since. Back in as one of 7 defensemen tonight for the Rangers and their head coach Gerard Gallant. Letang tried to get it out. It was cut off at the line by Lafreniere. Hedl with a shot.
Oh, and a save.
Now Capo Caco. This is the kid line that put up some decent numbers the last 2 games, but those veteran players, just 5 goals from some of their most experienced players, Panarin, Kreider, Zibanejad, and Strome combined. That's where the Rangers are going to be looking for more offense if they're going to keep their season alive. No goals from Mika Zibanejad in the series. Shesterkin flips it toward Panarin. Angled forward for Ryan Strome. Strome in with a long shot and a routine save from Louis Domingue. Strome looking for Panarin. Jabbed away from him. Chad Ruedel on the defensive effort. Kasperi Kapanen will play it for Pittsburgh. Someone was raving about Kapanen's plays. It's the best hockey he's played all season long. Using his speed and getting a lot of shots. Kasperi Kapanen, 16 shots in the series. Some relentless work here. Miller goes down. Sent out to center. Again, the Penguins right there to close it off, giving the Rangers nothing on the entry.
No, and not just defensive play this series. It's been discipline again. They stay out of the penalty box, not giving the Rangers power play too many opportunities. They can be deadly. They can turn the game around for them. The Rangers just can't seem to get any zone time to draw a penalty.
Just have to be on high alert now every time the Crosby line is on, right? It's just,
well, they've been
immediately think, possibly here comes a goal, and usually it is. Toronto shoots the puck in. Leading off was Marino. The Toronto overskates. Gensel helping out Pedersen and Marino. Those two garnered some high praise from Mike Sullivan yesterday as well. We talked about their work at the offensive blue line, helping out the forwards. In addition to the steady defense, a really good series for Marcus Pedersen and John Marino.
You know, Penguins have beat the Rangers 1-0 this year, and it's happened flip that around as well. But the Penguins can win 1-0 hockey games. We've seen it time and time again, and you can see that work ethic right now. It's just very workmanlike. I see defensemen interference for one another, Penguins getting pucks deep and into areas where they can chase pucks, and that's the way they're going to have to continue to play. The Rangers have really got no second opportunities or anything, and I don't know, maybe the last 4 periods.
We're back with this new energy line with Lafreniere, Rooney, and Reeves. They have just the 11 forwards as Domingue went down.
Yeah, lost his stick there as well.
Hard off the wall by Matheson. Schneider did not keep it in, and that's an offside call against New York. We've got 5:42 remaining in the first period from New York City. Beautiful night in Manhattan. Jake Gensel the goal. The Pens have a 1-0 lead.
Right now it looks
And Mike Sullivan now stands alone as the all-time Penguins leader in playoff wins with 44. That first one coming against these Rangers in 2016. Oh, sure, you remember. When, much like this year, Sully looked to his third goalie. No Murray, no Fleury, no problem. Jeff Zadkoff making 35 saves and a 5-2 win. The first of many playoff wins for the Penguins, and that season ended in a parade. Ooh.
Good memory, Dan. So many playoff goaltending heroes in Penn's history. Frank Pietrangelo, Johan Hedberg, Jeff Zadkoff. Matt Murray kind of came out of nowhere. He became a two-time Stanley Cup champion. And now Louis Domingue is quite the story in these Stanley Cup playoffs with his spicy pork and broccoli in this building. He's in the crease not too far from where he spent most of the night in game number 1. The spot is occupied by Alex Dorio once again, the backup goalie position. And Louis Domingue, first goalie ever to enter a game in the second overtime or later. Got the win in game number 1. 3-1 in the playoffs, .906 save percentage.
There's another great play by the Penguins. They jump on that faceoff. Didn't look like they won the draw, but they got possession off the draw. The Rangers can't even generate anything from a faceoff that should have been their victory.
Fox drags it down, swiveled right in front by Panarin, battling forward to Strom, and he is surrounded by Penguins. Couldn't find it, and Pittsburgh will clear. Face-off advantage has been heavily in favor of the Pens, led to a lot of those tip-in goals that we talked about at the top of the show. Games 3 and 4 alone, Penguins won 59.6% of the draws.
And they've generated opportunities off those. And I just think the Rangers aren't taking advantage of areas in the game of hockey that you can tilt the ice your way, you can score goals, get those opportunities. The Penguins have been able to manufacture goals so many different ways.
So Bob, we talked about it going into the series. The Rangers are not a good face-off team. They weren't all year long, and the Penguins, as this one was rolled right into Domingue, he will cover up, and the sticks and the gloves get up really for the first time tonight.
Chris Letang lifted the stick of Vetrano when that puck came into Domingue, and it made it really easy for Domingue. And the crowd's getting excited even when the puck gets in the house, in that area, from the top of the circles to the dots into the crease. And that's about all the Rangers have done. They have not really registered any good opportunities from inside that house. They've had a couple of fleeting shots from outside, but nothing more than that. And this has been another game. They called the last one textbook, and they're doing it again here. The Rangers just cannot seem to find a way to penetrate. The Penguins are on the right side of the puck. They're all on the same page, and they know that they can actually win a 1-0 game if they have to. Now, by playing good defense, they will get those opportunities, maybe put up 7 or more like they have in the last couple of games, Mearsy, but it's from a defensive posture that's leading to goal scoring.
That's how you win in the playoffs. That's how Mike Sullivan led the Penguins to back-to-back cups in 2016 and 17. Flipped out by Pettersson. Could be icing. Good hustle for Brock McGinn. They're at a Braun. Paid for it, though. There's Kreider. Separated from the puck by Pettersson. Nice step up and a backhander from Zucker. Now McGinn. Jason Zucker looking for a play. Turns away from Schneider. Trying to leave him in the dust. And Zucker, a good energy player for the Penguins, and has chipped in offensively since his return to the lineup. Harder knocked off the puck, but Toronto will dump in. Rangers will chase. Lost by Kreider. Hedel to the right side. Shot from the angle from Toronto is denied by Domingue. Zucker whacks it out of there. Broken stick looks like a crowbar in the middle of the ice. Get that out of the way. Letang over to Friedman. Mark Friedman back in the lineup for his 4th Stanley Cup playoff game. Once again, no Brian Dumoulin. You have to see him skating. And so without Ricard Raquel, he has been getting on the ice, although no contact for Raquel. He was injured on that hit from Ryan Lindgren back in game number 1. Right through is Rodriguez against Trouba. Buck is scooped up by Rodriguez against Trouba. Buck is scooped up by Bluger. Wrestled away from the rebound was Rodriguez. Wrestled away from the rebound was Rodriguez. Domingue neatly plays away from Panarin. Domingue neatly plays away from Panarin. Matheson dishes it off the rule. Again, the Penguins so efficient. Again, the Penguins so efficient to the 7 shots. Pittsburgh with 10. The Rangers to the 7 shot series. Pittsburgh with 10 shot for the right circle in this series. This shot for the right side, Louis Domingue. Ryan Strome is absorbed by Louis Domingue. And coming up in the first intermission, presented by your favorite Ford store at Stan and Jay. Coming up in the first intermission, presented by your favorite Ford store at Stan and Jay. Russ, the birthday boy. Highlights and analysis. Brian Russ, the birthday boy. Highlights and analysis. Interesting first period, Bob. The Penguins really stuck with it after failing to score. Interesting first period, Bob. The Penguins really stuck with it after failing to score. Yeah, it was advantage.
Jake Gensel again. They did. And it was sneaky Jake Gensel again. He snuck one in off the skate of Shesterkin. And he snuck one in off the skate of Shesterkin. 6 in the series. Another big goal. 6 in the series.
Matches his career high for a series. He scored 6. Matches his career high for a series. Remember, he scored 4 in 1 game in Philadelphia. 18. Remember, including 4 in 1 game in Philadelphia. Nice setup for Letang. Here he is, blasting and getting a piece of it. Nice setup for Letang. Here he is, blasting and getting a piece of it.
He's shaking his helmet right now. And let went off his lady. Shaking his helmet right now. Page out of the book of King. Henrik Lundqvist. Page out of the book of King. Letang's going to end up stepping into this. And not a lot of time to end up stepping into this. And not a lot of time to react into that shot. Who just stuck his dome right into that shot. Thankfully for these goalies, they reconstructed mass. Thankfully for these goalies, he wears the goggle. I mentioned Domingue does not wear that goggle. I mentioned Domingue does not wear that. Most goalies do these days.
Good speed from Zibanejad. Flips it in front. Good speed from Zibanejad. Knock it down with Ryan Reeves. Now it's Zibanejad. Knock it down with Ryan Reeves. Now it's Zibanejad. Rooney and Reeves. Reeves hits the deck. Duo of Rooney and Reeves. Reeves hits the deck. That scramble. And now it's sent back to the point for later. That scramble. And now it's sent back to the point for later. Rooney for Zibanejad on the backhand. Lindgren shot it off the body. Rooney for Zibanejad on the backhand. Deflects away the circle. Curving back is Malkin. Deflects away the circle. Curving back. Zibanejad, you'll buy some time. The Rangers do offer Zibanejad, you'll buy some time. 93 seconds ago on the first.
That might have been the most dangerous.
93 seconds ago on the Rangers.
That might have been the most dangerous kind of flurry for the Rangers. There's Zibanejad and Fox in front of the net.
Nice kick out by Domingue, the right pad. Nice kick out by Domingue, the right pad. Off a Ranger, again.
Sorry about that, guys.
Off a Ranger, it'll be out to center. Ramirez scored his first Stanley Cup playoff goal in Game 4.
Something happened with my other computer and I had to run.
Edel gets it back from Braun. Batted on the air by Pedersen. Edel gets it back. Might have a chance of a backhand, and it goes wide. Kakko fended off nicely by Pedersen. Nice maneuver by McGinn to the middle for Zucker. This play is going to be offside. Zucker, seeing that, is going to leave the zone. Play will continue.
Rangers with their best thrust late in this first period of play. Maybe giving them some sort of hope as this game moves on, because they really haven't got great opportunities.
Nice stop by Domingue. Goes high off the corner glass.
There's an elbow.
Zibanejad. Reverse hit. Another shot to Gensel. Pass over to Trouba. Trouba with the shot. Missed the net. 20 seconds ago in the period. Crosby takes the hit from Miller. One-handed it out, though. Trouba going up the middle, tipped in by Zibanejad. Domingue handling it, and the pass finds its way to Crosby. 7 seconds ago, 3-on-2 for Pittsburgh. Crosby crisscrossing. Crosby's going to hang on, turning, shooting, and it'll be tipped up and out of play as 2 Penguins go down.
Wow.
Gensel and Russ.
2 Pens are down already.
A couple of reverse hits on Gensel. It was trying to play defense on him. He took those elbows right in the mouth twice with a big smile on his face. There's one of them. He's going to take another one as well. There's 2. And that's Gordie Howe at his finest. That's the way he played the game. And Zibanejad with a couple of big elbows. And then 2 Penguins falling on each other at the end of the first period. But with 1.3, it appears the Penguins, they're going to have to pull their goalie. Well, or else they're going to take Matheson off the ice. 1.3, not enough time for the Rangers to get it down there. But Penguins will keep 5 on the ice for this face-off late in the first.
Jeff Carter digging in. Puck is dropped, and that will do it for the first period. Definitely some more snarl from the Rangers, Bob.
A nice
you expected it, of course, and it led to a couple of early penalties. Penguins could have scored, but they did get the first goal from Jake Gensel.
They did. They did what they had to do. They knew that it was going to be a tough one. The closers always are. The defense first, and they hold the lead against the Rangers. Let's see what the Rangers have in store in the second.
1-0 Pittsburgh. First intermission is coming up next.
your next car the new way. The convenience.
All right, guys, we will be back after the break.
since day one. Now
Second
32
period
goals in
is going to be
56 career
starting
playoff games.
shortly.
Jake Gensel has been described as the unlikely goal scorer just because he doesn't have the physique of one or the shot or the speed. He just has a knack and can put the puck in the net.
Fantastic hockey player and able to play on the same level as his centerman, Sidney Crosby. And Brian Rust compliments the line as well. Did a great job. Did Rust on his 30th birthday on that first goal. Jake Gensel's taken a few elbows in this hockey game. He took one from Trouba in the first shift. Penguins couldn't score on a 5-on-3. There was two penalties called on one play.
All right, second period started.
And he took a couple at the end of the period from Zibanejad, a couple of Gordie Howe elbows, or Mark Messier, if you will, too.
Oh, yeah. We begin the second period with Frank Petrano. Toronto is closed off quickly by Matheson, spins away from him, drawing two Penguins toward him, Matheson and Gensel. The pick off by Mike Matheson, and he will bank it out of there. Matheson, 5 points in the last 3 games, put a 31 in the regular season, a new career high.
Letang, most ice time for the Penguins. 9 minutes of ice time as they ice the puck here. 9 minutes for Chris Letang. Lindgren played 8:44. We didn't think he'd played more ice time than any other Ranger.
Then we'll get a message from Sheely's Furniture, Appliances, and Mattresses.
Penguins hockey is brought to you by Sheely's Furniture, Appliances, and Mattresses, the official furniture and mattress supplier of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
There he is, Chris Letang. You talk about a workhorse. You can't get that guy off the ice. He's not playing with his buddy Brian Dumoulin. He's got Matheson there. Friedman's come in the lineup, and the Penguins have defended his last 2 games superbly in these.
Matheson going to play Panarin aggressively, caught with a shot, and that will be blocked and go up and out of play. No surprise, Letang is leading all players in this series in average ice time, 31 average, and that, of course, includes the 46 minutes that he spent on the ice. That, of course, triple overtime game number 1.
Well, he gets a breather now, and the Rangers, if they're going to get back into this hockey game, they're going to have to generate second opportunities. It just has not happened at all. Face-offs are another way to generate some offense, but the Penguins have seemed to dominate. Even when they lose face-offs, they seem to win some battles.
Here's Panarin. Tries to get it to the front of the net, never got through. And the Rangers, once again, kept to the outside. Poked forward by Pettersson and Jason Zucker, who did not skate today or yesterday, and something we know, Bobby, is not at 100%.
No, he's
with
not.
Everything he's dealt with this year, I think that was pretty good evidence that he wasn't on the ice over the last 48 hours, but what a battler.
Yeah, is he ever? And he's really had an impact in this series, even though it's been short-lived, and you got to have a guy like that. And he does the little things, even when he's not scoring, that leads to victories. We saw Winston in pain in the last game. He didn't take the skate yesterday nor this morning, as you mentioned, but great to see him take the game here tonight.
This is the 3rd game of the series for Jason Zucker, and you mentioned the ice time for Ryan Lindgren. The 7th defenseman, Patrick Nemeth, did not play at all, so really it was just about whether or not Lindgren could handle the workload. Clearly he can, and that means the Rangers are -1 forward, as we saw Lafreniere and Zibanejad double shifted at the end of that first period.
Yeah, when you want to play a high-octane offense, it's hard to do with 11 forwards. It just is. I mean, 4-line teams tend to get it done. So we'll see if the Rangers have anything left in the tank. Their best opportunities came late in that first period. But no second opportunities, no tips, and no screens. And for Louis Domingue, it's been a good slate here so far.
It's a good puck handling from Louis Domingue so far in this game. They stops behind the net and hoping to engineer that Penguin breakout, something Tristan Jarry is so good at. Big battle for the puck as Igor Shesterkin looks on. Brian Boyle, Teddy Bluger. Bluger taps it back to Letang. Letang tries a shot. That was blocked up high by Lafreniere and sails out of play. We were talking about Tristan Jarry, UPMC health plan injury update. Jarry, lower body, he was on the ice, first of all, by himself, and then joined the optional skate earlier today and was taking shots, so taking another step earlier this morning. Tristan Jarry out, Casey DeSmith out for the playoffs. Brian Dumoulin lower body and Ricard Raquel is upper body, but he is also getting close as he's been skating, although not yet cleared for contact.
You may never know when Jarry would be ready to play, and the Penguins hope that they don't have to make a decision, and they hope that there's no game 6 in this series so they can give Jarry a little more chance to heal. 6 in this series, so they can give Jarry
the opportunity to get a break. It is so precious, especially because we're expecting a lot of long series, aren't we? What is it, 6 out of 8? We're 2-2 after 4. And last night you had 4 Game 5s around the NHL. It was the first time since 1991 there were 4 Game 5s on the same night. So this one and the Colorado-Nashville series, they're the rarities. This is pretty surprising compared to the rest of the series.
So far, surprising.
Yeah.
As you know, these things can really change on a dime, and the Penguins want to continue to do what they're doing right now.
And most people predicted a long series between these two, and here the Penguins 1 win away from winning it in 5. But yeah, a long way to go tonight. Crosby line is on. Crosby picks up speed into the Rangers zone. The dropper from Matheson looks and fires.
With the post.
Off the post.
He's got a rocket of a shot. I think goalies are surprised. Shesterkin didn't even move on that. I mean, that was just a rocket of a wrist shot.
Letang got decked behind the play. Rangers have possession at center, and it's snapped in by Zibanejad.
What a shot by Matheson. It continues to shake my head sometimes when I see this guy play. The skills that he has to play this game of hockey. Just not fair.
Wouldn't everybody love this toolbox of Mike Matheson to have the wheels, that type of shot? And Aaron trying a shot. Pretty good toolbox of his own. There's Strome. Strome with a centering pass and a chance and a big stop from Domingue.
Yeah, and he was hacked, and Panarin took a whack as he shot that puck.
Push back from the Rangers. Artemi Panarin looks in front. It was deflected on goal. Hugging the post was Louis Domingue. The defenseman Ryan Lindgren with the redirect.
Well, Panarin tried to eyeball the official. He didn't get anything. Watch Matheson with this wrist shot. Just takes off, goes right by the glove of Shesterkin, who waves at it. And then Panarin gets his best opportunity. There's a stick. It's a stick of Carter. It's right on top. Take a look. He comes right down from the top down. You normally always see that call. It's not as if the stick has to break for that to be a slash, Mearsy. When you see a player come from above, down below, instead of lifting the stick, that is normally always called. We see it, and that is a grade A opportunity. The first one, maybe for Panarin, for sure, in the last 2 games. But for the New York Rangers, they got 0 opportunities from that position in front of the goal in Game 4. Not one. The Penguins had 16 chances from the hash marks into the net, that little area. Rangers had none.
It's unheard of.
Unheard of.
The way that they defended that grade A territory in game number 4. Louis Domingue so far with 13 saves. The last shift, there was a clutch face-off win for Blueger. This time it's Rodriguez. Defensive zone face-off victories.
Yeah, we are brutal.
Bump forward by Blueger for Brian Boyle, the former Ranger, 5 years here in New York. Teddy Blueger's going to pull up. Slips into the circle, but is out of the reach of Rodriguez. Stepping out through center is Alexis Lafreniere. Lafreniere, and now Reeves hammers Friedman.
Now, Reeves won't go in first. He'll let you go in first so that he can drive you into the wall and then get the puck. And I know Friedman really didn't want to get in there first, but Reeves almost guided him in.
Rodriguez twisted down by Lafreniere.
Yeah, Rodriguez grabbed the stick of Lafreniere, tucked it under his arm, and went down. So, you know, I agree with no penalty there.
Boyle tries a shot that was blocked by the veteran Justin Braun. Aiden Schneider lost control. Bluger's got it for Pittsburgh. Eddie Blueger lost the handle. Capo Caco. Been pretty quiet here tonight after a pretty solid showing in Pittsburgh. And little dropper for Braden Schneider and another one for Lafreniere. Lafreniere, that's steered on goal. Stopped by Domingue. And now Schneider and Matheson shove each other, and the tempers flare again.
Yeah, the Rangers want to start a little extracurricular. This is what they're looking for. They're looking for energy. Maybe the referee to call a penalty against the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're looking for anything. They're grasping at straws right now. They're trying to change the dynamic in this game. A lot of drop passes from New York here. It leads to a little tip here into the pads in the blocker side there for the goaltender. Here's Rodriguez as he grabs onto the sticks. He's got a good grab of the stick of Lafreniere there, and he went down. He tried to sell that to the official. And you got to be careful on that, too, because the official might just all of a sudden, hey, say you're holding a stick. You just never know what they're going to. You can't put a referee in a position to make a call. Why would you? You just go play the game hard. And that's exactly what the Penguins are doing here right now. But you can see there has been a little pushback from New York here, I think, Mearsy. They're getting things going. This is the opportunity for the Penguins to get the pucks down low, win these faceoffs, get it deep.
Definitely changing up the line combinations. Now it's Hedel, Kakko, and Panarin. This is Ryan Lindgren from the corner. Closed off by Kapanen. Philip Hedel using his strength. He got drilled down to the ice. Fox pressured by Carter, and it's tipped forward by Malkin.
Well, the referees, they saw Letang knock down a player without a stick. They saw Fox be held up a little bit, and they are just begging for a penalty right now.
Trouba keeps it alive for Kakko. Kakko dodges the attempted hit from Letang. Jam back to the line for Trouba. Trouba slides it over to Fox. Fox to Trouba on a one-timer stop. The rebound, and Domingue is there. He denies Panarin at the side of the net. 13:36 to go. Second period. Busy night as always in Manhattan. 1-0 Pens.
With another save on the money.
Second period, Madison Square Garden. We mentioned it earlier. Let's show it to you. Tristan Jarry on the ice before practice and then joining the team for their optional skate for the first time since rehabbing from his lower body injury. Forward Rickard Rakell also joining practice. The status has not changed for either player, as Steve Mears mentioned earlier, though Mike Sullivan did say that Jarry made a big jump today in his rehab process.
That's some encouraging news, Dan. Thank you very much. Penguins up 3-1 in a series, and with their third string goaltender. And minus one of their best defensemen in Brian Dumoulin. He hasn't played since game number 1. Lower body injury. Crosby locates Pettersson, tried to get it to the front. It was broken up by Miller. Pettersson, just so steady in this series. He and Marino. Marino tied up by Kreider. Russ jamming away. Puck comes back to Miller. He will tap it forward, but Toronto hoists it in. Chris Kreider all over Marino. Now Zibanejad coughs it up to McGinn. Brock McGinn picks up some speed. He got stepped into by Fox. Got it deep, though, and it's retrieved by Justin Braun. Penguins still looking for their first shot on goal of this second period. 16-10 favor of the Rangers.
Yeah, the Rangers have played a good period here so far.
Been a good response team all year long, 29-3 after a loss this year. Only twice did they lose 3 straight games in the regular season. Once in November, once in April after they had made the playoffs. Here comes Philip Hedel. Hedel looks, fires, blocked neatly by Letang. Backhanded out by McGinn. Penguins trying to get something going here. Now it's a 2-on-1. It's Malkin, pass over one.
He shoots, he scores! Penguins.
He makes
Let's
no
go,
mistake,
baby.
and the Penguins have a 2-0 lead in
2-0.
Game 5.
Now the
2-0.
play started from the defensive zone.
Let's go,
And the
baby.
Penguins, McGinn chops it up the wall, and then this puck battle won by Zucker. Little area play to Malkin, and then Chris Letang. He wasn't
2-0,
watching.
baby.
He came up from
We're
the
on
backside
fire
to join that rush.
Fucking nuke, baby.
And he took that perfect pass
Now
from
let's
Gino.
hold the
He was
lead
able
this
to
time
beat
and not mess up.
2-0. And I tell you, it is dry. It is quiet
Now
here
this is the
at
game
MSG.
that we should
The Rangers
always
had a pretty
have.
good period going,
We should
but
always
they
have
haven't
a game
found
like this.
anything
Always.
here. There's been no
Always.
leakiness in the goaltender, Domingue. The chances have been few and far between, and now the Rangers are down by 2 shots, not just one.
23rd career playoff goal for Chris Letang. It's his first of this postseason. And the Penguins have a 2-0 lead as they score on their first shot of the second period.
Unbelievable. That's all it took, and that's all it takes sometimes for talented teams, high-octane teams like the Penguins. And for the Rangers, how much belief do they have left in their game, because their season is ticking down.
You could just feel
Yeah,
the
Pens in
consternation
5.
of the
That's what
Golden
I'm
Canyon.
saying. Pens in
There
5.
was just the groan. When that puck was first turned over, you could hear the groan. And then a big uh-oh as the Penguins went the other way. Nice play by Zucker along the wall.
Yeah, Shesterkin had bailed this hockey team out so many times this year. They had really been outchanced. Still over 50 wins for Gallant's club, but he had been almost flawless.
Here's Marino with a shot. Marino falls down along with Rooney. Trying to win the battle is Russ, supported by Gensel. Picked off at center, then by Crosby. He got decked by Trouba. Crosby back up.
And then
He and
water
Russ are going to go to the bench, and the Rangers trying to break it out. They will send the puck down the near side. Kreider, can he
Anyway.
win the race? No, there's an icing call.
Anyway. Yes,
More
hey
complaining from the
Waterford.
fans.
Nice to see you in the chat.
Nothing's gone the Rangers' way, but, you know, when you're not winning, those kind of things happen. And Gallant wasn't happy. He couldn't get a penalty called
Very
against the
happy we're
Penguins
up.
in the first part of this period
Yeah.
when it was really dominated.
It's
For the
all
first
your fault.
real
It's all your fault.
maybe three games in a row that the Rangers were able to sustain any type of offensive thrust. And then the Penguins come in
You
one
suck.
shot.
It's
That's all
your
it took from
fault.
Chris Letang.
It's chipped in by Kreider. Matheson rifled it around for Malkin. Malkin, Heinen, and Kapanen. So getting Malkin with his 4th point of the series. He sets up the goal from Chris Letang. Right in front, Reeves with a chance, and Domingue holds his ground.
Wide open was Reeves, all by his lonesome.
Midway through regulation time. Penguins up 2-0. Gensel and Letang, the goal scorers. Pens trying to eliminate the New York Rangers. Here's Keandre Miller, dry. That is blocked fearlessly by Kapanen.
Well, the Penguins are up 2-0. 3 games to 1. Zucker to Malkin to Letang. How about that bench?
This is going the way that I was hoping. Because this will be an easy first round exit for us. Very easy, and we'll be ready for the second round. So this is the game that I was hoping to see for us.
Midway through the second period here at Madison Square Garden. That second goal being scored by that man, Chris Letang, who played, 1,000 minutes in Game 1. He gets a big goal here in Game 5, and his very first NHL goal scored in this building back in 2006. Yes, he's done a lot of good since, and the hair hasn't changed.
I remember that. I remember that goal. And I remember the last one as well. And I do know that to score goals, you got to elevate pucks, Mearsy, and he did it on both of those occasions, the first one and the last one.
There's another guy. Wouldn't you just love that toolbox? Not just the hair. Not just the hair. The skating and the vision. Here's Adam Fox with a shot at his own man Strome. Chipped out by McGinn. And Adam Fox leaves that bouncing puck for Artemi Panarin. He was awfully quiet here at MSG. Penguins in this building in the playoffs, 13-6 all time. A lot of memorable series and had a lot of success here. Not many teams can say that. Fox for Strome. Now Panarin slides it up high for Trouba with a shot, and Lafreniere was battling in front. Pittsburgh clears it out. Jason Zucker is going to make a beeline for the bench, and the Pens will complete that line change. Here's Vetrano. Soft pass to Panarin. Back to Vetrano. Shot is blocked and goes to the corner. Rust, Crosby, Gensel. They are back on the ice. Gensel a goal. Rust an assist. The Ming makes the stop on Justin Braun. So give that line 22 points in total in the series.
Take a look at Letang. Gets the puck up just enough. I don't even know how it got under the blocker in the pad. The blocker was right there on the pad, but the puck still went in. I mean, how did it get through? Obviously, it's had enough pace to squeeze its way by the blocker in the pad. It looked like there was no room there. Really did. Shesterkin was able to get over there and read it, but Letang had, well, he had a little French on that one, didn't he?
Another guy with a career year. Letang, 68 points. Playoff game number 147. Chris Letang with a goal. Big insurance marker in the Pens with a 2-0 lead.
Pens still haven't taken a penalty. Well, I'm not going to say they haven't taken a penalty. They still haven't been called for a penalty in this game, Mearsy. And that's part of the equation to winning hockey.
Trying to stop it was Rodriguez. That's going to be a nice call against the Pens. Overall, he's done a great job just staying under the box. Short-handed only 9 times. The first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs are presented by Verizon. We're happy to bring it to you here from New York City. The Pens trying to close it out.
Let's get her done. Rodriguez, utility man, taking a face-off in the Penguin zone in the playoffs. He's a right-handed shooter. That's why he's taking it on this side.
Against Cobb. Nice face-off win for Erod. But the puck is loose along the wall. Flying in is Kakko. Couldn't beat Matheson to it. Now it's into a scrum.
Rangers have only taken 2 penalties. They were both in the same shift in the first period.
I thought it might be a penalty fest tonight. Ironically, the Penguins couldn't score. They only had 2 shots on goal. Shesterkin did make one nice save on Letang on that 2-minute, 2-man advantage. Things were looking pretty dire for the Rangers. Then they looked really good because the building was full of life after the kill. But the Rangers never really took advantage of that.
No. Penguins didn't let them. They just continued to play that disciplined hockey on the right side of the puck. Now they get an icing call, so they take the 4th line off the ice, and they put the top line, Crosby, Gensel, and Rust on the ice. And it's just Penguins just have it going right now. They're just all on the same page. Workmanlike effort here.
And the Rangers have had just no response or no answer for this Crosby line. It's Kakko with a shot blocked by Friedman. Swept away by Crosby. Stopped by Kopp. Trying to spin off a hit and get to the front of the goal. Hedl has it now. Swerves away from Ruhwedel and leaves it in the corner for Kakko. Kakko, Kopp, and Hedl. Kopp tried to roof one. Off of Fox and right to Jake. He gains the line, and we'll skip it in. So Gerard Gallant's got the blender going, all different line combinations here, trying to find some answers. He's still searching. Rudy with the lead pass. Lafreniere. Puck is out of play.
Well, you know, he decided to put Lindgren in the lineup and goes 11 forwards and 17. Now, Lindgren left the hockey game here in the second period, so he has not returned. He played more ice time than any Ranger in the first period. So, obviously, he was taxed to the hilt. And for Gallant, he's, as you say, he's trying to find something here with his 11 forwards, come up with some sort of combination here. And Sidney Crosby's leading the game as he goes down out the Zamboni door and into the Penguins dressing room.
It's that door over there in the corner, so hopefully just equipment related for number 87.
Yeah, he left alone, didn't go with Dana Heinze, and it got me thinking. He has been bounced around a few times in this hockey game.
That's true.
So I'm certainly a little bit concerned.
Malkin from center. Winds it in. Shesterkin stopping it. Justin Braun whacks it to center ice.
And that really makes the decisions a little bit more difficult for Mike Sullivan's hockey team. There's a turnover.
Nice pick off. Zucker breaks toward the net. Backhander. Stopped by Shesterkin.
Wow.
We get a timeout here. It appears the goaltender, Domingue, is way out talking to the official. And a big stop on Zucker.
From Madison Square Garden, our social media post brought to you by Point Park University. Taking you back to 1996 on this date. The double hat tricks in a clincher against the Rangers. Lemieux and Yager. I was at this game. Sitting in the F balcony. I think my voice sounded about the same back then as it does tonight. And that was a classic, though. It was really fun. Pens won on their way to the conference final.
Couple of hat tricks, eh?
66 and 68 against the Rangers.
Now Carter takes the spot of Crosby on this line.
Gensel going to get his stick free. Trickles over to Trouba. Turns away from Carter and shuffled it forward for Panarin. Panarin for Kopp. Kopp slides it over to Strome. Strome's going to hit the brakes. And he's pressured nicely by Matheson. Long shot goes wide of Domingue.
Something like this can really give the Rangers a little impetus, a little jump in their step, a little belief that they can come back in this hockey game with Crosby not in it right now, Mersey.
This is Panarin behind the goal. Pass in front. Got through the blue paints. Back to Trouba. Drive. And a save made by Domingue. Andrew Kopp sizing it up. Trying to go back door. Good stick from Carter. Push back here from the Rangers. Fox straight away. Holding. Fires. Scores.
And Rangers goal. Rangers goal. fuck, whatever. Okay, Rangers goal. Well,
you think Sidney Crosby means something to your team? Oh my. It's the first time in the whole series this line has been in their zone, it seems like. And Strome goes in front of Domingue.
Well, Rangers.
He's trying to provide that traffic.
Score.
Domingue's looking around. A little fake by Fox to gain a shooting lane. He rips it over the glove hand. We have a whole new hockey game right now.
Okay, well, it's not that bad, but it should not
much
be
like a hockey
blowing
game for a
leads
second.
like
Now,
this.
the whole dynamic is going to change. It's a one-shot game. And for the Penguins' sake,
wake up.
and for our
Wake up.
captain's sake, and for the Penguins' sake, we can come back into the game.
Up. Wake up. Seriously,
Rangers
wake up.
scoring their first goal in 61 minutes, 7 seconds of action. And it's Adam Fox, his goal or points in all 5 games of the series. 3rd goal of the postseason. So a 2-1 score, and the Rangers have tilted the ice. Bluger will send it back to center. 4:20 to go in the second. Marcus Pettersson up to McGinn, redirected in. Rangers dump it out. Pettersson has to scamper back. Lost it to Lafreniere. Lafreniere looks for a play. Toss it off, then Zibanejad missed the net well wide, and that will careen back to center.
We'll see what adrenaline does for a hockey team and belief, and now they're on their toes. Look out.
Kakko snaps it over to Lafreniere. Backhand pass in front is picked off by Bluger. Couldn't clear. Bluger outreaches Kakko, and it is sent to neutral territory. Penguins now just 13 shots. Rangers with 21. It's Lafreniere. Twists away from Malkin. Guided back to Miller at drive. Glanced off for something a little wide.
Yeah, Pettersson's skate.
Here's Jacob Trouba. Kakko sets up shot behind, but right in front.
No! Son of a fuck! Son of a fuck! No! No! Son of a fuck! No!
The Rangers,
Ted, please! Don't fuck this up! Son of a fuck! This can't be happening! This can't be happening! This can't be happening! No! Can't!
He put it right over the stick of Domingue. What a beautiful pass by Kakko. Right onto the tape of Lafreniere. And the Rangers.
You can't be doing this shit!
Yep,
No, you can't do that!
Second goal in as many games for Alexis Lafreniere. Their 2 youngest players team up at 16-41.
You can't do that!
This game up at 2.
No!
Are you
kidding me? Come on!
Brian Boyle going to quiet this crowd. Steps up to the puck, shoots, stop rebound off of Rodriguez.
Well, so Rodriguez was following up. They're looking for the go-ahead goal.
Here comes Andrew Kopp, guarded by Friedman. Fumbles the puck. He's going to curve back. Kopp cycles it down to the corner for Strome. Strome checked by Ruedel. Chad Ruedel, bumped by Strome. Friedman with a shove. Loose puck. He will scoop it up. Hit the referee, though. Kopp to the line for Miller. Miller slides it over. One-time drive from Panarin missed. Shifty move from Trouba. Cutting toward the net. Leans in. Backhand score.
Fuck off! Are you kidding me? Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Jacob Trouba laid a check.
Fuck off! Really, fuck off!
Before he left
you
the game.
pricks!
Made a move on
fucking
Carter.
pricks!
Replacement up at the blue line. Take a
you
look
pricks!
Fake, head and shoulders, moves to the backhand.
You pricks!
Can't pick it up. It goes underneath.
No!
Through the 5-hole. The defenseman Trouba.
Fuck off! You pricks! Fucking
and the
pricks!
Rangers hold the lead with 2:07
fucking
left in the
pricks!
second period.
It's 3 goals in 2 minutes and 42
fucking
seconds.
Pricks!
Two of them from defensemen.
You do this shit.
Coincides with the departure of Sidney Crosby.
Penn's trying to respond. Gets, so they do.
Wow, Penn's goal. We tie it 3-3. Fucking finally, we needed this shit.
Unbelievable.
Wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable is right. We fucking tied in 3-3.
This was all New York.
Oh my God, finally. Ha.
That mishap.
Wow.
leads to the Penguins picking up the puck.
Wow, we tie it.
And once again, it went off the stick.
Wow,
Take a look.
this
Gets
is
to
interesting. This is interesting.
Sticks in the way to throw off the netminder and Gensel. He just got
wow, we tie it.
Got it and Malkin, who was
well, I mean,
in the middle
I'm not happy, but at least we tied it.
That's a sign of champions right there.
Wow.
That's what they do. That
like,
was a huge
I'm not happy, but I'm glad we tied it.
We have right now.
They scored
Wow.
13 seconds
This is
later.
unbelievable.
Then we're
A
tied
really
at 3
game
as
full of
we got to
emotion.
the goal announcement
Wow,
on the Ranger
this is
goal.
unbelievable.
On the second
Wow.
one.
I have no words for this. I have no words for this shit. What a game. What a fucking game.
Pedersen feeds it over. Right in front of McGinn, just missed.
I don't know how he missed it. It was a set play almost off the net. McGinn just got a piece of it, not enough of it.
Lines really jumbled right now. McGinn, Zucker, and Bluger. Bluger heading off. Zibanejad bangs it off the wall. Fired forward by Kreider. Ryan Lindgren is back.
He's back.
And he charges toward the net.
We saw this in game one.
That's
here.
Wow.
Yeah,
I have no words. I'm at a loss of words
Final minute of the second period.
for how this
This is
game is going.
Coming up in the second
Wow.
mission presented by PA Unites against COVID.
I'm
And
like-
speaking with Jason Zucker.
God.
And then we'll have full highlights and analysis from Stan and Jay.
I'm at a loss of words. Because first,
lot
you
going
know,
on
we're
here.
up by
This is-
3.
Malkin's,
Then the Rangers lead,
with this line now.
and then we tie it.
Malkin's with Gensel and Russ.
Like,
That line that got scored against twice when
I'm at a
Carter was
loss
put
of
in there.
words.
Crosby left
I have a loss of words.
halfway through this period. So Malkin at center ice taking this face off.
Refs elected
Wow.
to drop it there.
I mean,
Penguins will wind
now
it in.
this is
50 seconds
unbelievable.
left of the period. Jacob Trouba, third career playoff goal. Makes his breakout. It's dump and chase time for the Rangers.
Great response, that Gensel goal. I can't say how big that was.
Malkin tried to poke it for it, almost did. Nearly at a 2-on-1 with Jake. 30 seconds left in the second. Letang calmly out to center, flings it in, long distance on to Shesterkin. Scooped out by Miller. Letang looking over his shoulder, punched by Kakko, got it to Matheson. Out of the reach of Kapanen, driven right back in by New York.
Now you got Rodriguez center in this line because Malkin was on
That's the end of the second period.
former Crosby
Wow.
line. So it's two coaches
Wow.
shuffling.
That's the end of the
lines.
second period.
It's
Wow.
3-3 after 2. The Penguins
Wow.
hold a 3-1 advantage
I
in the
am-
series. Nothing
again,
has been determined.
I'm at a loss
the
of
Rangers have
words
fought back, but the
because of
Gensel
how
goal
we're
has
doing
knotted it up. Yeah, it went from a tactical game, a great defensive game, to a game that really opened up there, Mearsy. More like playoff hockey. I don't know what the third's going to bring.
And we wonder about the whereabouts of Sidney Crosby, who left in that second
Oh, yeah,
period.
Crosby
3-3
left,
second
yeah.
intermission report is next.
All right, guys. Well, again, I'll be back after the break, and hopefully the third period will be better because the score changed in like a matter of seconds. So hopefully we do better for the third period. See you guys after the break.
2 goals from Jake Gensel.
Right,
Bob, his centerman, Sidney Crosby, left in that second period and is not out. Only the 10th power play chance of the series for the Rangers.
Marcus
Started 2 for 2, 0 for 7 since.
All right.
2 power play goals for Fox and Strome. Ben's PK was a big part of the victories in Pittsburgh. It starts with that face-off. Teddy Bluger has been so good. Early clear for the Pens with Marcus Pettersson in the box for interference.
Penguins win every one of those face-offs in that circle where Teddy Bluger is over there. I'm surprised they don't get a left-hand centerman and try to bang it to the wall, the Rangers, like Crosby used to do, because they don't win any face-off in that circle.
Diligent work from McGinn. But it's sent around for Panarin. Off the stick of Marino. Recovered and back to Fox. Fox delays. For Panarin. Off the stick of Marino. Recovered. Bounced on by Strome. Strome for Fox. Ryan Strome. Advantage on one side. They're going to piece that out the big.
Take Fox away. He just tries to get in closer and closer and closer, and then it goes high shelf every time.
So many threats on the top power play for the Rangers. 1:05 to go in a Pettersson penalty. Artemi Panarin. This one's going to get a slider. McGinn let him do it. Ranked in by Panarin. This by Domingue. Overskated by Zibanejad. And will be cleared by Mike Matheson.
Boy, some of these position plays, especially on the power play. You got to bat fiercely for those. Contest them a little more. Urgency needed by the Rangers. Penguins are winning these battles.
Right, there we go.
Centering pass loose the slot. Nudged forward by Russ for Boyle. Boyle by himself into the Rangers loose the slot. Nudged forward by Russ for Boyle.
He's got to get up.
Going to get back to the play. He's going to go to the bench instead. The Rangers fan out of the 4-on-3. Penguins close it up, and now it's loose. Shot score.
4-3 Rags. Damn it! Come on! Well, we're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked. And just like that, we're fucked. And there will be a game 6.
Boyle had already fallen down. But Toronto
Damn
gets
it.
the puck across the line, but he mishandles it, as do all the Rangers. Heedle, when he's falling down, is able to corral that puck, spin around,
that's not
and
fucking
go high,
right.
blocker side on Domingue. Not a clean play.
Yep, and I can tell you there will be a game 6.
And Heedle in that power play, I believe there was some time left on the clock. Was there, Mersey, on the power play?
I think so.
Maybe a couple of ticks left on that. It was right at the end of the Ranger power play. After Boyle had fallen down, they couldn't get a change quick enough for him.
See if the Pens can respond again. Last time it was 13 seconds, but look out, Malkin and Gensel.
God, don't do this shit.
4-on-1.
And a save by Domingue. Oh my goodness. What a
Game
save.
saver.
Wow.
Game saver. Game saver. Running into his own man. Malkin trying to crisscross. Running into his own man. Malkin trying to crisscross. And 4-on-1. Kreider from the middle of the ice tries to go glove hand on Domingue. Remember Domingue, he carries that glove on that side, Mr. Kreider. And we can look back on that possibly. How many times have we seen a big save by a Penguin goaltender and a goal at the other end? We've seen it all season long. And maybe Domingue has done it again in this one.
Save of the night without question. That was a heavy collision. That was a hard hit with Gensel and Malkin accidentally. First career Stanley Cup playoff goal for Philip Heedle. Let's take a look back at this Louis Domingue glove save.
Boy, what a beauty that was. You got to square up on the shooter. Penguins are very fortunate. It was a 4-on-1.
It's Heedle from Vetrano and Lafreniere at 2:53. It is a power play goal. So the Rangers 1 for 1 on the power play. Now 3 for 10 in the series.
Come on, Pens. Please get momentum.
Carter to McGinn. McGinn to open ice. Back for Pettersson with a shot. Sits in behind the goal. Jumped on by Zucker. Zucker with a pass. All the way to the top for Marino.
All right.
Intercepted by Fox. And he guides it back to center.
Well, they're going to come back again without their captain, Sidney Crosby, who left the game in the second period, if you just joined us. And when the Penguins were up 2-0, and the Rangers score on their first and only power play so far.
Rodriguez, 2 shots on the Shesterkin. Handles those. Sprinting back is Ruhwedel. Now Ryan Strome skates in down the left wing. Tried a shot. Ruhwedel with the block.
We'll see if the Rangers want to exchange chances in this third period with this 1-goal lead.
Off the turnover, pass in front is missed by Panarin. Strome set him up. Andrew Kopp waits for it. Goes to Panarin. Poked it in front. Ruhwedel, nice play. Defend off Strome. And the puck is out to center red. Building energized again. Philip Hedl has made it 4-3. Domingue is going to cover up, but many of the fans, 18,000 plus, up on their feet.
That's why you keep playing the game if you're wearing a blue shirt, because you never know when the opposition is going to lose their best player. And that undoubtedly has been 87 Sidney Crosby, and the Rangers had not been able to penetrate the Penguins defensively. Their defensive postures was just too strong. They just couldn't get any looks, any real good looks. And then when Crosby left, the whole game really changed.
That was with 6:50 left in the second period when his last shift ended. Malkin pokes it down for Gensel. Gensel 2 goals tonight. Back to Letang. Wines fires, and that's fought off by Shesterkin. Lafreniere, multi-point effort for him. He advanced it. The Penguins in position on a breakout. Matheson softly off the glass to center.
Lindgren, he's a tough customer. You know, he's been grimacing on the bench. He's been in and out. Gets back into the lineup. He really makes a difference on the backside for this Ranger team.
That's really their top pair. Lindgren and Fox have been together a long time.
Just got cross-check.
Carter, the shot to the back.
And there's another one.
Fox
Rodriguez
goes down.
Stick between his legs, and no call there.
Now the Penguins have possession. Boyle through the skates. Back over Pettersson, trying to keep this shift going for Pittsburgh.
What a battle. The referees have swallowed their whistles here.
Marino from the point. Wrists it in for Rodriguez. Wanted a centering pass. Blocked by Lindgren. Back to Marino. Shot attempt was blocked. Marino. Lost to the Lindgren. Now some separation for Fox. He'll go right up the middle.
Boy, both teams getting away with some flagrant plays out here. Down in the corner areas. A lot of interference. A lot of stuff going on right now. And the referees,
why are we doing so bad?
McCauley,
We should not be doing this bad.
not making any calls.
Happening for Bluger. He got ridden off. This is Heinen over to Ruhwedel. Has a look. Fire. Save made by Shesterkin.
What a rocket.
Bluger sweeps it around. Back for Ruhwedel. Teddy Bluger tries to pivot. Ran into Braun. Off the dasher. Heinen. Bluger. Spinning pass. And that ricocheted into the crease. And Igor here a much friendlier chance than he did the other night in Pittsburgh.
Heinen went in there behind Shesterkin and drew a crowd, certainly. This will eventually break up. Oh, it's going to be an extra penalty. Strome took an extra penalty. What a silly penalty. He took a shot in there at the crowd. And he hit Bluger. And there's going to be one man penalized. It's going to be a New York Ranger. Oh, boy. When we come back. What a silly fool.
Look at that. Wow. Well, hopefully that will help us in the long run. That's what I'm hoping for. my gosh.
Rangers with the lead.
They're going to call on sportsmanlike conduct for grabbing the visor here. Right there, spinning it around, grabbing the visor. And then when the punch was thrown is when they called the penalty. But Garrett Rank came over and he said on sportsmanlike conduct for grabbing the visor. And I just can't imagine that they would take that penalty. 2-on-1.
2-on-1. Kopp along with Trouba.
They would take that penalty.
Shanks the one-timer. Kopp's got it though behind the net. Loses to Gensel, so Strome on sportsmanlike conduct.
And a different look power play here for the Penguins with Crosby not on it.
His first power play chance is very early on in the first. Rodriguez with that one-timer. Erod again blasting save made by Shesterkin.
Well, look out, he wants a whistle. Shesterkin, he didn't get it.
It's Rodriguez.
He wants a whistle, he didn't get it.
Lunging play by Trouba. Here's Rust.
He still wants it. His mask.
Rodriguez, Rust. Spin around pass. Gensel couldn't finish, and it will be cleared by Kopp.
Now he's going to adjust the mask. The referee's standing beside him right now as he got hit high. Now they're going to finally blow the whistle. Shesterkin had asked for a whistle at least 3 separate occasions after being hit high by the Rodriguez shot. And now Garrett Rank will grab that mask, take it to the Rangers bench, and see if they can get a quick repair on it. Maybe a strap broke or something. Rodriguez with the second opportunity. The first one was blocked. The second one hit him up high, and he wants a whistle there. He asked for a couple other whistles. He didn't get any of them. There's the shot. So you got the gobbler, it's attached. You got the mask, it's attached. And, I mean, Garrett Rank did everything he could here. He didn't want to blow the whistle. He really didn't. But Shesterkin convinced him that, hey, listen, I got to get things fixed up here. I think it happened in game 1, too, for Casey DeSmith at one occasion. So these referees, they will grant that, but, you know, they won't blow it immediately if they don't think there's any imminent danger to the goaltender.
Right. Definitely can't be automatic. Well, we could use it as a tactic.
Yep.
So under a minute to go. The Penguin power play chance.
Come on, Pens,
Might be the
please
best chance you get here coming down the stretch. Make the most of it. And you're rested after that break.
And stood up at the line. Power play time for Evan Rodriguez. 7 of his 19 goals this year came on the power play.
He's not shy, is he? Look out!
Oh, Penguins having a hard time just getting over their own blue line. And we start with Letang. Letang passing right wing again, so skates into it. Stops on a dime. Malkin got a pass for Rust that was off of Lindgren and back.
Are you kidding me?
Another wrestling match, and
Oh,
Malkin
come
is into
on,
it.
are you
Lindgren.
kidding
Well,
me?
Malkin went in there and, you know, like with his stick and jabbed at the hand of Shesterkin. Now we got Rust. He's got another Ranger in handcuffs, and it was Fox. Yeah, you know, Gino went in there as Shesterkin had covered that puck, and he jabbed in there with his stick. Playing to the whistle. Rangers take exception, certainly. I know Gensel is beside himself right now. I don't know if it's just one penalty here, guys, or I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Gensel can't believe
he got one.
He got a penalty here. Well, these officials have not been shy of making calls that we don't normally see.
Damn it! It's a 4-on-4 now.
As we listen for the calls.
No, wait. It's a 3-on-3. Oh my God.
When it started right at the start of the game here, see, when they put the Rangers down 5-on-3, it started.
Now
right
it's
there.
3-on-3, so it's basically like an
continued
overtime.
on some of these calls we saw in the last exchange when there was, you know, that little fracas in front of the net there. They just singled out one player, Strome. There's that little tap there. The referee. Yep, that's what happened. That little shot at the end of it. Gensel can't believe it.
And if you're going to call Strome for something like that,
well, give
you the extra.
And it's not always a referee's looking at the play. He had just turned around at the last second and caught Gensel out of the corner of eye with that little shot. I agree. You're going to call it one way. You better call it the other, because Gallant wouldn't be too happy. And, you know, why take the pot shot, right?
Oh, sorry. That was
Why even chance it? You can't put these referees into that position. They're obviously not afraid to make a call. And they made some calls that we don't normally see in hockey games sometimes. And I can't say they're wrong calls.
And then we go almost 40 minutes and there are no calls. That's kind of an inconsistency, at least for me.
Yeah.
Don't know how that happens.
And that makes it tough on hockey players out there. Blood, sweat, and tears, right?
So a 4-on-4 hockey for another 10 seconds, and it's the Rangers back on the power play after they scored. It's a Banachad from center ice. Got shouldered by Carter aggressively.
He really did. I mean, this...
Banachad kicked it back for Fox.
So much time left. It's 4-3, and the Rangers are going to get a little power play time here, but...
Oh, wow.
Boy, it's still a one-shot game. It's still a long way to go here.
Adam Fox is going to quarterback right there at the blue line. Then Aaron for Fox.
That's all that is.
Backpedaling. Gets it back from Strome. Artemi Panarin's going to step in behind the back pass. Fox the drive, deflected well wide. Fox, 1:05 to go, and the roughing penalty to Malkin. Is a Banachad. Panarin shoots, stop, rebound, another stop from Domingue, and the Penguins clear.
Domingue, remember the stop he made on Kreider on the 4-on-1? He's making a couple more here now, keeping it a one-goal hockey game. Don't diminish these saves here.
Kreider in, snaps the shot, missed the net. Panarin, Fox, Artemi Panarin. Ryan Strome. Adam Fox accepts it. He's going to chip it across. Panarin loads up, shoots, and will trickle wide of Domingue. Nice knockdown by Panarin. Keeps the attack going for the Rangers. Fox the shot, blocked in the slot. Settled down by Zibanejad. That left wing. This is Panarin. Panarin tries a pass. Good stick from Pettersson.
Great stick. He got down, took away the lower part of the ice. The Penguins sacrificing their bodies. Great job there. I love the way they're forcing Fox from his right to left so he can't walk the line on his forehand. They're making him go to his left so he can't make a play. I love the tactics here by the Penguin penalty killers.
Let's see if they can feed off that PK, because the time is up. Malkin out of the box now. He's going to join Rustin Kapanen on this shift. Pursued by Kapanen. He pokes it in. Trouba plays it away from Kapanen. Double teamed, but slipped it up the boards. Won't be far enough for icing. Under 9 minutes to go. Third period. Penguins win. They're moving on to round number 2. And if the Rangers prevail, we will have a game number 6 in Pittsburgh on Friday night.
And if the Rangers can't hold on, you got to look to some of these saves that Domingue has made on that 4-on-1 jailbreak that they had, and then on that final power play when he was able to come up big. And the Penguins goaltenders have made some timely saves. Domingue hasn't been perfect, but he's been good at the right time.
Here's McGinn, tries a shot, blocked by Reeves. Work back to Matheson.
Yeah, Pence,
Matheson
please don't
shoots,
empty
save
net.
made by
Please
Shesterkin.
don't do
No
this.
rebound.
Rangers try to box out in front. There's Carter, ran over Shesterkin in game 2. He hasn't been the same since. Domingue's holding the fort. Carter ran over Shesterkin.
Man, this game is just, I don't know, it's ridiculous.
Penguins in the third period on our AHN scoreboard. It's time for the Edgar Snyder and Associates hit of the game.
Chris Letang, Lafreniere, and Gino Gensel, Rust on the ice for the Penguins right now. There's the man that ended game 1 in triple overtime, 71 of Evgeny Malkin. And we know all 3 of those players love big moments. Chris Letang, he's not shy either. He's got one tonight, along with Matheson, who hit a goal post. Penguins looking for any kind of bounce to tie this thing up with 8:17 left in the third. They held a 2-0 lead. Crosby exited with about 6 minutes left in the second, and the Rangers really sensed some belief in the ability to come back in the hockey game, and they have.
Quick icing here. And the Rangers scored 3 goals in 2 minutes and 42 seconds right after that Crosby exit. Our social media post brought to you by Point Park University. Get the rally caps going. That's right. It has been a crazy series. Just the things that we've seen and the many twists and turns. I mean, it's just such great theater and drama. Hey, we're in New York City. I mean, and at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, it's a great building. It's got a convex ceiling, and it's low. The clock is so low to the ice, and the sound really tremendous in this building. And it was quiet for a while when it was 2-0. But
it sure was. Wow.
After that, it's been crazy.
Rangers to center with Kevin Rooney. Rooney caught it there. Andrew Kopp drops it to Miller. Shot. He was back checked. Malkin got in there.
Great back check. Really was.
Off a turnover. Keandre Miller. And there one of the one-timers in his feet. And now charging forward will be Letang. The hand off to Malkin.
Yeah, Malkin's hanging up ice a little bit. And the Rangers, they gotta be cognizant of that.
Kapanen could maneuver around Miller. Miller wanted to bank it forward. That's intercepted by Malkin. Back in Kasperi Kapanen. He's got Gensel. Kapanen on the back door.
What do we got? We got a player down at the bench. Rooney is down and injured as the Penguins are making a change, and the Rangers. And this, who's this penalty against?
Mike Sullivan was furious.
It's good against Malkin.
Not again. Come on, Malkin. Christ.
Players trying to make a change at the bench here. Malkin makes the pass. There's the hit. There's the cross-check right to the face. And that cost Malkin a 4-game suspension. Earlier in the regular season for a cross-check to the face, and boy, that was a dangerous play there. Let's see if he gets off with just 2. Hopefully they just say it's a glove to the nose, Mearsy, because that could have been a detrimental play for the rest of this game if he had received a 5-minute penalty.
It is a roughing call to Evgeny Malkin. Rangers on the power play for the 3rd time on the night, 1 for 2. Zibanejad thrown into the slot. Battling for was Marino. Zibanejad back for Fox. Fox angles it over to Zibanejad. There's Kreider. Couldn't handle it. Whacked that by Ruedel. To Zibanejad. And he will chip it back to the line for Fox. Fox so poised back there. Shot. Rangers looking for the tip. Comes back into the slot. And will be cleared by Bluger.
Even more troubling, really, with that penalty, Mearsy, was the fact that the Penguins had a 2-on-1 and had a real good chance to tie the score there at 4. Now, they didn't score. Gensel was stopped by the pad of Shesterkin, but it wouldn't have counted anyway.
Fox taps it over to Panarin. Wines blasting. Save made by Domingue. Square to the shot. We'll go to word from attorney David Schrager.
I'm attorney David Schrager. Call my law firm for a free consultation. Don't be scared. Be prepared.
Domingue is doing what he can. He's got to keep it a one-shot game with 6:17 left and 55 seconds left on the Malkin penalty for roughing. And the Rangers will have to be aware of Malkin coming out of that penalty box.
Puck is dropped and pulled back by Teddy Bluger. Rangers have really stepped up on the penalty-killing faceoffs. Really comes short-handed with Brock McGinn inside out. He shoots and then knocks the stick out of the hands of Shesterkin. Kopp down the left wing. Luger there to block the pass. Tipped away from Lafreniere. Filipino got the Ranger power play goal. Now Lafreniere sends it around the wall for Vetrano. Edel to Lafreniere. Frank Petrano over to Trouba. Kopp steps up. His shot is blocked and cleared by Bluger.
Well, some great blocks there in front. Shesterkin hurries the puck up. Malkin's out in 5 seconds. Let's see if they can get the puck up to him.
Trouba gets it to the crease off of Domingue. And then off of Rooney. Rooney took that high hit from Malkin. There's Malkin out of the box. Andrew Kopp steps out, goes to Kreider, fresh off the bench, now to Lindgren, tees it up, he shoots and just missed. Fox and the Rangers have maintained the pressure here after they couldn't score on the power play, but the puck is missed by Fox and back to Shesterkin. Under 5 minutes to go in the third, 4-3 score. That power play goal from Philip Hedl is the difference at the moment. The chant is "Let's go Rangers." Matheson snaps it in. Kapanen with authority steps up and shoots. Puck went wide. Friedman from the corner and the save made by Shesterkin. And Friedman again denied by Shesterkin. Rodriguez back from Matheson. His shot was blocked at the top by Strome. Counterattack for the Rangers with Panarin. Panarin, a toss on goal, stop, big rebound, but it'll be handled by the Penguins.
Maybe he kicked it on purpose past the oncoming Ranger, and his team gets to break it out, and the puck goes into the netting. It looked like Domingue tried to kick it out past the oncoming players, but Shesterkin at the other end makes a big save with the stick. Knocked right out of his hand, right off the shaft of the stick.
Yeah, this is not good at all.
4:12 left in the third period. Rangers up by 1 in the second period. Sidney Crosby took that arm, that elbow, that chicken wing, whatever you want to call it, from Jacob Trouba up high. He played a couple of shifts after that. He left. Carter was the centerman for a couple of shifts. Now it's Malkin, Gensel, Brian Rust left with the task of tying this game up.
Here's a bank pass to Kreider. Kreider driving toward the goal. Spins and sends it off the pad of Domingue. He'll cover up with that blocker hand.
Rangers want to keep pucks deep. The Penguins will take a chance, if they can, to get in behind New York. And for Igor, a chance of redemption and maybe another chance if he can hold on here to go back to Pittsburgh and face that kind of crowd.
Oh,
wow.
What can we say? What more can we say about that atmosphere in Pittsburgh?
You know, I'm fucking
Not many
furious.
buildings
This game should not be going the way it's going.
that have a direct impact on the play. Get shot on Pittsburgh. Now comes Carter. Carter to Brock McGinn. He's had a few looks in this game.
Rangers gave up the blue line way too easy. They're too easy. That's going to be a delayed offs. If it's 1-on-3, McGinn shouldn't be allowed to get that blue line. Penguins could take advantage of that. Let's see if the Penguins could take it.
Kakko retrieving his Pedersen. Pushed off the puck. Kakko.
Penguins could take advantage of that.
To take it away. Kakko to the forehand. Shadowed by Beluga.
He's big. He's strong. He's got great hands. Made a nice play on the Lafreniere goal here tonight. Kakko just getting better.
Great forechecking from the kid line. Kakko smothered by Pedersen. 3 Penguins there. Jammed up the wall by Beluga. Here comes Kasperi Kapanen, joined by Heinen. Feathered in by Kapanen. Lindgren around, but it was blocked by Beluga. As to scamper back up to his feet. Heinen recovers it for Pittsburgh. Works it along for Beluga. Beluga trying to tip it back. Finds his way to Matheson. His shot attempt, though, comes out to center. 1:51 to go, third period of a 4-3 game.
Well, there's a good hit there by Heinen to keep this puck alive for the Penguins.
Here is Malkin. Heinen shoots. Save made by Shesterkin. On the rebounds, Zibanejad clear.
And Domingue was out. He was ready to leave the net here, guys, and I think he's gone. Next time the Penguins come off the ice, there's a big hit, and now he's gone. Domingue is on the bench.
Gensel is hit by Kopp at the lines of the laid offside here. And play will stop.
Well, why'd they blow the whistle? The Penguins are trying to delay the ice, delay the clock here. The Rangers, they wanted to hold on to it and play it. The linesman had blown the whistle, and there's arguing with him right now. I can't believe they blew it.
Number 1 Cochrane Expressway player of the game is Jake Gensel with 2 goals tonight. Give him 7 now in the series. Tied for the most goals in the Stanley Cup playoffs with Minnesota's Kirill Kaprizov.
A late change here for the New York Rangers. Domingue is back in the net. The Penguins have 5. If they win this faceoff, Domingue will skate to the bench for the extra attacker.
Mike Sullivan going with Malkin, Carter, Gensel, Rust, Letang. There goes Domingue. Here's Brian Rust. Rust locates Letang. 1:12 on the clock. Rust slap pass and the tip try from Gensel. It's deflected up to the netting.
Faceoff will stay inside. And Penguins again, so good in the faceoffs. They are really an advantage for the hockey club, and they get a chance. Anytime you can get a chance, it's another chance to tie it up with 68 seconds left in this third period of play.
Pens at 69% tonight on the draws.
It's going to be a timeout.
Come on, Pens. Come on. I depend on you.
Well, the Penguins, they need one. They had a 2-0 lead in this hockey game. They came out a-humming here. There was Gensel off the skate of Shesterkin. And then Letang joins a rush, makes it 2-0. You thought it was over. But then Crosby left. And the Rangers, Lafreniere tied it up at 2. Matter of fact, they took the lead on that Jacob Trouba backhand marker, but it was, guess who? Yeah, that guy, Jake Hensel, who tied it up at 3. But the Rangers power play, and Hedel, when he was falling down, wheels around, goes top shelf, and here we are with 68 seconds left in the third period. And the most important face-off of the game right in front of us.
Jeff Carter's been the best. He won 12 of 15. Can he do it again?
Come on, Pence, take my vibes here.
He does.
Pence, please.
Gensel
And he
works
just
it back
fucking
to
do
Malkin.
this shit.
Gensel, quick shot, knocked down.
Oh, so close!
A chance for Rodriguez on the doorstep. Poked in front. Carter edges Sturkin, finds the puck, and holds for the whistle.
Gensel looking to poke again. I don't know how Shesterkin stopped that puck. Rodriguez was on the doorstep. I'm not sure how it stayed out, Mearsy. Let's take a look. On our backside, the puck comes down and to the right of Shesterkin. He gets the right pad out there. Watch him extend with that right toe. Gensel and Rodriguez trying to chop it into the net. Another big face-off. Not Carter's strongest side here.
But they'll go with him anyway. He's been so good. This one, though, goes to New York. Sent around for Rooney. Rooney, high flip. It's out the center. Kopp with the net empty. Ran into Letang.
This game's
Puck just skips well wide, and Jake Gensel is going to wind up for the Pens with 42 seconds to go in the third period. Rangers trying to hang on and force a 6th game on Friday night in Pittsburgh. Off the stick of Trouba, bounces over to Rust. Hard pass. Straight away is Letang. His shot, looking for the tip, was Carter. Gensel, a shot attempt, deflected behind the goal for Rust. Rust, loose puck, jammed at Rodriguez, and it goes wide. Lindgren will flip off the glove of Gensel. He's got to hurry, and it's in.
Yep, empty net. Yep, empty net goal. We already know this game's gonna be fucking hell.
Rangers are going to win this game. We're going to a game 6. Puck come to the front of the net. Out of harm's way from Lindgren, who was just added to the game here tonight. Didn't even know if he would dress. And they make the play.
Yep,
the
that's,
puck goes on
yeah,
edge off the
yeah,
glove of
there's
Gensel
gonna be
into the
fucking
cage.
game 6.
Well, the Rangers.
I'm already putting the sign up. Rangers fucking. We already know this shit. We already know this fucking shit, cause
Here and took 2 penalties on the first shift of the game. They killed it off. They were still down. The big difference was the Penguins finished the game without
this
Crosby,
game
and
is
that will be the
fucking-
big question mark going into game 6.
No
Terrible
question
game.
about it. And
Terrible
Braun
game.
and Snyder going to get
Terrible
into it
game.
here. We're going to have another scrum.
and that's it. GG's. That's it. Yeah, Rangers win on the power play. That's it.
Reeves and
Yeah,
Friedman,
it's
they've
clear
got a
we
few
already
minutes here
fucking
in the
lost.
series.
Because Crosby got fucking hurt, and then Malkin got hurt, and then he caused 2
And
fucking
he separates. Well,
power plays
Reeves is
for
still there
dog
with
shit.
Friedman, who wants to get right in his face and have any impact he can. See if he
Well,
can extract
there will be a
something out
game
of
6
Reeves, but
on Friday.
this game, and a lot of people thought this series would go 6
Yeah,
or 7
this
games.
is this game was a
And the
fucking
Rangers
joke.
show some pushback here in a big way and get the victory.
This
leading
game was
to
a
game
joke.
6.
A fucking joke. That's what it was.
It'll be Friday night at PPG Paints Arena.
Yep, Friday night
Game
at
number 5
PPG.
goes to the Blue Shirts. A 5-3 final score. Back to wrap things up after this.
Period, visitor or home. Alright, well, hold on, I guess. Hold on a sec. Let me switch cameras real quick. Because, yeah, this is fucking dumb. Well, that's it. The Rangers win this game. I'm just gonna switch cameras real quick to this camera right here. Well, you guys saw it right here. The Rangers win with the final score of 5-3. And there will be a game 6. This is unbelievable. I was hoping we would sweep them in game 5, but nope. This had to happen. How unfortunate. Alright, guys. Well, I'm just going to end the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed. What a disappointing loss for us, but hopefully we'll get them in Game 6. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to end the stream here. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.